sense, but I had enough sense to calm my ass down and make my dollar stretch. Yeah. Hey yo, I never had common sense, but I had enough sense to calm myself down and make my dollar stretch. I'm like basketball to net, how I make it all connect. Move strong so the funds I collect come correct when the boss nigga check ya. If you don't come from.
And we're back, Overtime Live Sports Bet Radio, coming at you live from the Gulf Coast, brought to you by TeamSpacePoker.com, GilbertYoungArt.com. We're back again for Week 13 bold predictions, trying to get these picks together. Last week we missed a few of them, took a few too many underdogs to take care of business, and they didn't get it done. So we're going to kick it off fast and furious. Detroit going to Chicago, big-time divisional matchup. Chicago's currently sitting at -3 at home on a 5-game losing streak. It doesn't look like Chicago's the team that we thought they would be, competitors with Green Bay, but obviously not the case. Green Bay's running away with that division. We're going to take Detroit Lions with the +3 points, fresh off of a new coach, fresh off of a new general manager. We're going to take Detroit to get that job done on the road in Chicago. Next game is going to be Cincinnati against Miami. Miami coming in at 7-4, 3-2 at home. Cincinnati's absolutely terrible on the road, 0-5, and on a 3-game losing streak. Lost all hope for this season when Joe Burrow went down, and Miami's looking like there might be contenders for that division. Coming in this game at 11.5 is a lot of points for two teams that haven't really proven enough to me to be competitors at that level, to be blowing teams out. Cincinnati is that bad and has been getting blown out, having trouble to even put up a touchdown. So we're going to take Miami and give up the 11.5 points. Because no Burrow, AJ Green hasn't showed up all year, and it's really Miami's division to lose. So next game we're going to go to Indianapolis, going to Houston Texans. Houston Texans are not good, though they're all on a 2-game win streak. So things are looking up for them. Indianapolis is good, and we're just waiting to see if they can keep it up through the playoffs. So Indianapolis on the road, 7-4 overall record, going to be going in and giving up points. This is a tough one. I'm going to have to take Indianapolis to get the job done. I don't know if the 3.5 is too much, so we're just going to take the money line. I know how bad Houston is. And next game, we're going to go to Jacksonville, Minnesota. Minnesota's finally giving up some big points, man. I guess they suddenly started getting good. But they're at home, giving up 10 points to Jacksonville, who's only won one game, obviously 0-5 away. It's going to be a tough call. Minnesota has been proven to be inconsistent. That could be your upset. The 10 points is a lot, so I'm going to take Jacksonville, possibly to get the money line upset, but I'm definitely going to take Jacksonville with the 10 points. Cousins is just not good enough to be that kind of favorite. He's very inconsistent, and it'd be a good upset pick, you know. I think Jacksonville will get another win before the season's over. The next game is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders going to the Jets. Can the Jets get their first win? Every single week we wait on the Jets to get their first win, and they haven't done it yet. Still 0-11, 0-6 at home. Raiders look good against the Chiefs, but 8 points is a lot to be given up on the road to a pretty inconsistent Raiders offense. It hasn't really proven much. So I'm going to go ahead and every time I bet on the Jets to cover, they can't even get the job done. They get blown out by everybody. I don't even know who's starting for them this week. I'm going to go ahead and take David Carr, Derek Carr, John Gruden, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders, give up the 8 points on the road. It's going to be a tough pick. Maybe the Jets will get it done, but I don't think so. So next one's going to be the tough one. New Orleans going to Atlanta. Atlanta, a home division dog, and you know what that means. Home division dogs always win or cover. They opened up giving up 3.5. Now they're giving up 3. Atlanta lost the first one. This could be the type of year where New Orleans could sweep Atlanta, but Atlanta seems a lot healthier than New Orleans, although New Orleans has one of the best defenses in the league. We're going to go ahead and take Atlanta at home. That's going to be another one of our big underdog upsets. We're going to money line it. We don't even need the 3 points. We know Atlanta's going to get the job done. Next game, Cleveland Browns going to Tennessee. 2 8-3 teams, both of them on win streaks. Cleveland on a 3-game win streak. Proven to be a much better team than they were before, even with the absence of Odell Beckham and the lack of performance from Jarvis Landry. Cleveland's been getting it done in a fairly difficult division. Tennessee, on the other hand, is looking like one of the AFC favorites, with Tannehill playing at an MVP caliber level and they're just being a way better team. Derrick Henry obviously is one of the best running backs in the league. And with a 4-2 home record, I do see Tennessee getting this done. I would have to moneyline it. The spread's already moved 2 full points since it opened at 3.5. So now it's at -5.5. I almost like Cleveland with the 5.5. I think it'll be a close game. We're going to take Cleveland plus the points on the road. See if they can prove themselves to see who's better in the AFC. Next game is going to be the Giants in Seattle. Seattle's horrible offense has proven to give up a lot of points, although they are undefeated at home. New York, on the other hand, looks like they're building something, man. They're on a 3-game win streak. We've seen the best out of David Jones. He's really been improving lately. I could see them possibly getting this done. I could definitely see them covering the 10 points. I think Seattle has a lot more to prove, and I think it's a lot harder to go into Seattle and get the win done. So I'm going to take Seattle and give up the 10 points. Some teams this year are just too good not to take the points. You know, we see Kansas City covering, Green Bay's constantly covering. Seattle could be that good. The next one's going to be a big-time divisional game. LA Rams against the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona opened up at a 1-point favorite. It's moved to -3 in favor of the Rams. Up until last week, I had the Rams as the NFC favorites. After their performance against the 49ers, I've demoted them way down the list. Arizona's clearly a front runner in that division, if not Seattle. Obviously, the wild card's going to be coming out of the NFC West. It looks like I'm taking Arizona to get the job done. I'm really not sold on Jared Goff. He hasn't really impressed me since coming into the league. I mean, even with his Super Bowl run, he really didn't show me the type of character traits that proved that he could get it done consistently over his career. And I don't think that's going to change this year. I don't think that Aaron Donald's enough. So we're going to take the Rams at home. Take it money line. They're getting 3 right now. We'll take it money line, put it on a nice parlay booster. You know. Next is going to be Philadelphia at Green Bay. We're going to see the Packers perform. Again, not giving up 10 points, even though they're playing a mediocre Philadelphia team. We saw Seattle destroy. Philadelphia's on a 3-game losing streak. Green Bay's 4-1 at home. Only giving up 8.5 points, although it's moved from the 6.5 that it opened at. So we're looking at a lot of line movage on this game, which has proven to be like the division is still wide open, so it's still very possible that Philadelphia is trying to make a run, but Green Bay is clearly going to blow them out at home in this game, and that's a lock of the week. 8.5 points is just not enough. So we're going to take a word from our sponsors, and we're going to get back and finish up this schedule, and thank you guys for tuning in. And we're back, Overtime Live, Sports Bet Radio, brought to you by TeamSpadesPoker.com. Finishing up this Week 13 NFL free picks, going with some bold predictions. We just finished up with Philadelphia, Green Bay. Now we're rushing into the AFC matchup. New England Chargers is going to be a good show, surprisingly competitive. We're going to see Justin Herbert, my Rookie of the Year offensive candidate. He's been showing out this year, playing great quarterback at the position. And we're going to see what Cam Newton can do, see if he can try to redeem his season, possibly recover from the end of his career. Maybe get into this AFC matchup, and maybe we can get a wild card out of it. So the Chargers are opening up as a favorite, surprisingly. If you want to take New England Patriots, it's going to be a pick 'em. I mean, Patriots are on a 1-game win streak, so maybe they can turn it up. I expect them to get this job done. I expect Cam Newton to show up and do what he's supposed to do. It's going to be a coaching matchup. Belichick is going to have the advantage. And even though the Chargers are at home, they're sitting with a minuscule 3-8 record, only 2-3 at home, showing that they're still not quite where they want to be, which is more than enough for a rookie quarterback. As we've seen with Joe Burrow, rookie seasons can be tough. Next game is going to be Denver against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are obviously number 1 in power rankings, best team in the NFL. They're on a 4-game win streak, 4-1 at home, and this is probably their 3rd or 4th game being double-digit favorites. They're coming in at a 14-point favorite, 2 touchdowns, and I'm going to be all over it, man. I think the Kansas City Chiefs at home are going to blow them out. After what we saw Tyreek Hill do last week, I think that they're playing with a little bit of an aggression that's not going to be matched well with most defenses, especially that of the Denver Broncos, 4-7. I don't see them getting it done. I don't even see it being close. It could be a 20 or 30-point favorite win with Kansas City. So that's going to be another lock. The last 2 games of the week, Going to be Buffalo, San Fran, and Washington, Pittsburgh. Two really pointless games nobody's really interested in. Buffalo, although coming in with an 8-3 record, thanks to being in the weakest division, is going to come to a town of San Fran had just knocked off the Rams. The Rams really came in as, well, like I said, the NFC favorite, and after that game showed their inconsistencies, their poor play at quarterback, offensive line struggles. I think Buffalo's come in here and get this done. They opened it up at 2.5. They couldn't get the full field goal. Now they're sitting at -1.5. I think Buffalo money line is a lock for that matchup, and that's going to be another one of our locks of the week. Now the Washington-Pittsburgh game, it's a little bit of a different story. I don't see Pittsburgh finishing out the season undefeated, but with a schedule like this, I don't see why it's not possible. You're coming in double-digit favorites, playing against the Washington Redskins team, which is actually one of the better passing defenses in the league. Pittsburgh, I think, will get this done. I don't know about covering the full 10 unless something miraculous happens in Washington. Even if Alex Smith shows up and plays his best possible game, I don't think they can get to 10. So I'm going to go ahead and take Pittsburgh minus the 10 points against Washington. Our last game of the week is going to be Dallas-Baltimore. It's going to be another Tuesday game. So they got it scheduled for 8:05 p.m. pending COVID investigations. And Baltimore's going to be coming in at just a 7-point favorite over Dallas. This is going to be a tricky game. Baltimore 6-5, obviously struggling, not the same AFC dominant team we saw last year. But Dallas coming in, who at any week could pull off a win, has struggled doing so. But only at a touchdown favorite. Without Lamar Jackson, I think it's very possible Dallas gets this done. With Lamar Jackson, there's no question Baltimore wins by a touchdown. They could do it on their own. So thank you guys for tuning in to Week 13 of Bold Predictions. And I'll see you guys next time. Signing out from Overtime Live Sports Bet Radio.
Rolling up the grass, living better than them niggas that I used to look up to. I can show you why they come up. Yeah, I came up from the gutter to a condo out in Hollywood where the weather's good and the party's always popping up on somebody and dropping off some treat. I mean, I got enough to go around, everything for the free, so you ain't gotta smoke on me and my homies down to go to any one town and get this paper. I swear ain't nobody do me no favors. Twisting up the medicine, shitting on my competition. Easy parts forgetting, but the hardest parts to try forgiving niggas for mistaking me or thinking I was the one to wait or thought cause I was young that I'd be dumb. But nigga, what you made's a photographic memory. Now look at my wife, she got a pornographic figure, and my autograph is bigger to your nieces and your nephews than yours ever was, not to mention your niggas. You caught them rapping